engagement prior to Love is Blind. One, anybody that I was on dates with, my castmates, and in multiple interviews, this topic was discussed. Nobody is surprised by this. It was something that was well documented. Unfortunately, with all of the footage that is captured, not all of it makes it into the final cut. This just happened to not make it in there. Two, I did not apply for this while I was living with anybody else. I was out living on my own, and I didn't seek this out. I was actually reached out to over Instagram, and I'll actually add that message into the next slide just for some verification on that. But I had already been out on my own for a number of weeks at that point, and I was asked if I would like to have a discussion around it. I said, sure, why not? And obviously it ended up leading up to the show at some point, but yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Lex, and I would absolutely love it if you could like, share, comment, subscribe, share the videos with your friends, whatever. Honestly, it's been so fun doing this little YouTube journey, and I am just so excited the way my channel's growing. I think that it's been so much fun, and honestly, just talking to you guys, reading your comments has been great. So please, please, please continue if you like the videos, of course. If not, no hard feelings there. Today, guys, the tea is hot. The tea is hot. Trevor and Jeremey, the tea is so hot, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. We're just going to get straight into it because the streets are talking. Let me tell you, the streets are talking. We're just going to start off with Jeremy. So basically, by now, if you're like you don't know what's going on, basically, it came out that Jeremy was allegedly engaged and living with another woman while he was on the show. Now, there were some comments about him having that gold silverware in his drawers, and people was like, why he got that? But apparently, it is said. So this basically started a few days ago when a picture came out. I will put it on the screen here, but a picture came out of Jeremy, a girl, and then a young boy, like the girl's son, presumably, or his stepson. So this continued onward where I guess the mom of this girl released it. Somebody posted a Facebook post that was like, where did you find this? And she was literally like, in my phone. That's my daughter and my grandson. And it turns out Jeremy was engaged. And the crazy thing is, Jeremy actually confirmed this. So there is an EW article that I want to read to you guys because I guess this is all real. So basically, Jeremy did this Entertainment Weekly article, and he confirms that he was engaged a number of weeks before filming. He says that he confirmed on social media that he was engaged to another woman a number of weeks before going on the show. He also claims that he didn't keep it a secret from anyone, including the women he was interested in. I want to quickly address the story that's going around about my previous engagement prior to Love is Blind, he said in a video posted to his Instagram. I might insert the video here somewhere in this video. Anybody that I was on dates with, my castmates, and in multiple interviews, this was discussed. Nobody is surprised by this. It is something that is well documented. Unfortunately, with all the footage that is captured, not all of it makes it into the final cut. This just happened to not make it there. He also added, he did not apply to be on the show. He was recruited. I'm going to stop him. Well, I'll give my comments at the end. Let me keep reading. And shared a screenshot of the message and wasn't living with anyone by the time that it happened. I was out living on my own and I didn't seek this out, he said. I had already been out on my own for a number of weeks at that point. He goes on to talk about the process. And yes, Jeremy has said multiple times that he was not engaged when he was on the show, but that prior to the show, this had ended. There was some buzz going around though that he applied when he was still engaged to this woman. Her name is Brittany McLiberty. And he's now saying, oh, no, I was recruited. Okay, whatever. So earlier this week, basically, it was his ex-fiance, Brittany, and her mother, Jenny, that posted claiming that Jeremy was engaged and living with her while being on the show, and that they sold their house a week or two before it began. And that's what I was saying when he said in the pods, oh, I had this 4-bedroom house, but I sold it because I wanted to be with the girl I want to be with. That sounded very sus to me. I was like, what is that? What is that? That sounded very, very sus. Now, I have a lot of thoughts on this. My first thought is, why the hell do I believe Jeremy? Even if it is true when he posted that he was recruited, it does not matter. You were full on engaged to a woman who has a child prior to going on this show. And now all of a sudden, you are done, and then you're on a reality dating show. I'm tired of people trying to use the I was recruited excuse. Who cares? I don't care if you were recruited. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you still came on this show. Now, I will say it doesn't appear that Sarah Ann or Laura have made any comments about it. I don't believe. I could be wrong. I'll insert it here if I find anything. But it doesn't matter. Jeremy has shown himself to be an absolute cheating menace. So my problem is Jeremy clearly has this behavior of going very quickly between women. Quickly, circling. And that's just too much for me. Okay, that's just too much for me personally. So I think this is absolutely crazy. And honestly, I will run far from the hills from Jeremy. But our next menace that we got here today is Trevor. Trevor, the big sweetheart, the one y'all love. Y'all sweet Trevor is a menace. Trevor is a menace, okay? So let's just get into the Trevor tea. So basically, there was a post from Reddit that came out, I believe it was a couple of days ago. And this post is basically alleging that Trevor is a menace. I will go ahead and read the post here and get into it. So this post, it was on the unverified tea in the Love is Blind subreddit. It has since been deleted, unfortunately, but there are copies of it online. So basically, this post says, I was going to let it go, but the constant self-aggrandizing has gotten to be too much. Trevor was sleeping with my boy's wife while he filmed the show. My guy found out months into it. He confronted Trevor and it didn't change anything. Trevor Silva knew about my friend's wife and his son and the show. But he continued only to see himself in the situation. He blocked my friend when he tried to confront him on Instagram. Seeing him feign heartbreak after the show, after not being chosen, while knowing that it's blocked off, this guy was dating someone the entire time was ridiculous, especially with the constant ads on I presume it says TV. Sorry, the post is kind of cut off. The crazy thing is, my friend's ex talked about Trevor when he did the promos for the show. He didn't even tell her that she'd something. Whatever, it doesn't matter. He didn't even tell her that they were done, basically. And now he's on Netflix pouring out his heart for a friendship bracelet. All the while, he was still in the DMs of every girl at the gym that was wearing leggings. This man said Trevor is in the DMs of every girl in the gym that was wearing leggings. Trevor is thirsty. He'd block them or deactivate his account upon rejection. I think he'd do this so they could improve later what he was up to while filming. Trevor is a creep. He is in every woman's inbox at the local gyms. I don't have to read the rest, y'all. So this is unverified tea, but they did say that OP's post was proven on Reddit. But it does get worse. And I will insert here, but Trevor's ex actually came out as well and was like, Now, it's not clear if this is the same woman that is being referenced in the Reddit post. I do want to say that. But this lady did come out and say that many, many things. I thought some highlights of the whole thing, though, is that basically she was asked, what was Trevor hoping to gain? Money, fame, attention? Yes. And this girl reveals that Trevor has already filmed Perfect Match 2. It's like, oh, baby. And it also says that this question says, is it true that he threatened to expose an explicit tape to your son if you outed him? And it says, yes. We had a conversation during the split about what would happen if I did exactly what I'm doing now, telling the truth. He said he would try to ruin my life and send our intimate videos to my family, specifically my son. Baby, baby, baby. This post has come out from a guy named Vinny Doa, and he said, totally not looking for 15 minutes of fame, a Q&A really. This is in response to the Q&A questions that the ex did. And, you know, this man says, I know Trevor better than anyone else, spend nearly every weekend with him, create a few fake convos and you'll get your fame. And the girl commented and said, really, Vinny? Trevor brought me to your pool party less than 2 weeks after the pod's filming ended. I've stayed in your home and you literally took this picture of us. And I will put the picture here. Baby, this man, Trevor? All right. We have to have a real talk about Love is Blind because I think this is the problem with a lot of these reality shows now, especially Love is Blind. I think people have seen that couples like Cameron and Lauren, Tiffany and Brett, they have gotten not only love, but also notoriety. Lauren and Cameron, I mean, Lauren is basically a celebrity now. Like, she's at movie premieres, she's at exclusive events, beautiful. And people have seen that, and I believe that they think now, let me come on this show to get my 10 minutes of fame. This kind of stuff happening is a representative of that, a representative of the fact that the integrity of this show is gone. And I'm not sitting here saying that this show has always been an integral, loving, wholesome show. But I think at this point, people know that they can get their 10 minutes of fame. And for me, at least, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. I think it's absolutely sad that these people come on here. And I've always said, I think it takes a certain type of sociopath to be on reality TV. I think very few people, very, very few people are not like, I don't know, delusional that come on these reality shows. And I think it takes a certain type of person to do this. But it's sickening to me that Trevor is literally on the floor crying. And I'm sorry, but this is why I'm always skeptical of the nice guy, the sweet guy who just got a bad stick in life, the sweet guy that just had a bad run, because there's always some dark undertones to everything. I don't know, y'all, but I just feel like all of this for me is a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. So that is the big T. Thank you guys for watching. Wanted to keep it short, wanted to keep it sweet. Y'all can check these posts out. A lot of them have been deleted, so had to do a little sleuthing to find them, but that's what's up today. That's what's going on with these people. So please, 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 y'all, be careful who you talking to. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. And no worries if you didn't, but I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.